I just don't get it. You say you want to be here, but it doesn't, like, the way you're acting is not like that because you're not fearful of the reality of being cast away.
What makes you say that?
Because if you wanted to be here so bad, if you thought that something could get you removed from the group, you wouldn't do it.
I didn't think shooting a guy that's texting my wife would get me removed from the gang.
It's not that he's texting your wife, and it's not even the shooting. It's the fact that you've done something that you was explicitly told not to. Like, I completely understand that the situation that this whole logic is being applied to is a very shitty one for you to be in. And it's not easy for me to sit here and have to have this energy with you when you're in a shit situation. But the baseline principle is the same regardless of it. You was told to do something and you just completely ignored it and did what you wanted to do.
Don't get what's the difference between hitting someone with a wrench and shooting them. A wrench could kill just like a bullet.
Yeah, it could. But you got a damn near bigger chance of killing them with a bullet than you do a wrench. Let's be real.
Smacking someone across the head with a big metal wrench could cause a lot of damage, just like a bullet could.
But even now, this Terry I'm talking to, this ain't the Terry from the jetty, because you're just dying on the hill. You was given one thing not to do and you did it, like, and now you're just dying on that hill of, yeah, but he was texting my wife. Yeah. It doesn't matter the scenario. We literally gave you an out to do what you needed to do in that situation without it being a big deal. And you just couldn't stick to that.
And Matt even spoke to the guy going to the hospital, and the guy said he understands, like, the guy's doing what he should have done.
They're 100, but it's not about that, bro.
You're missing the point,
that's
bro.
what I'm saying. It's not that situation. It's the guy could have literally lined up your entire family and shot them one by one. But if I said to you, yo, don't shoot that guy, and you've done it, it doesn't matter what he's done. It's the fact that you've just not listened to the order.
In order you agreed with.
You get what I'm saying?
I agreed with it, yeah, but when the guy stood to my face and he's being all smug, then it changes, doesn't it?
But bro, if you have that conversation, right? You hit him with a wrench. You're unsatisfied. You come to me and Steve. You say, I'm unsatisfied. I'm going to hear you out and talk to you and see what's going on. You just straight up shoot him there without putting any thought to it. It just shows it's very clear that you didn't care.
I went into that not going to shoot the guy, but it ended with me pulling a gun and shooting him.
But he wasn't even getting lippy, bro.
But he was just being smug about the whole situation.
You shot him because we wouldn't let you rob him. If you ran his pockets, yeah, you wouldn't have shot him. You went, right, well, they're not letting me rob him. What else can I do? Boom, I got a gun. Yeah, I'll shoot him. But you see the situation you've put us in, though. It's all like you're a hang-around, bro.
I'm gonna fuck you up. You motherfucker.
Yeah.
It's not an ideal situation between anyone, bro. I've got you and my blood sister, right, having a fallout. I got you going over to this guy having to bad him up because he's been talking to my blood sister. And now all this gang politics bullshit, you not listening on top of it, is not an easy situation to deal with. I'm gonna speak to Steve real quick, all right? Just wait over there and I'll call you over in a sec. What are you saying?
I don't know, man. It like if we can't trust him to do simple, like to follow a simple ask in situations like that, like I don't know. I really don't. I fuck with him so heavy. And I think
So
he's
do I,
a
bro.
great part of this group. But it was a very simple ask. And he agreed to that ask. He could have argued it on the roof before we even called Zale. We could have fucking discussed it then. But he agreed to it. Straight up agreed to not shooting him.
Even if he didn't want us involved, he could have said that. That's what we were pushing for. We
Bro,
wanted it
he
to not be
wanted
a
to
gang
call.
thing.
He wanted the guy there. He wanted the guy there when we were there. He said it himself, so that we could jump him if he puts him down. Because again, his ego wouldn't have let him go face to face on a one-on-one thing. Because what if Zale had got the upper hand on him? Then what? His ego would be fucking shattered.
It's long, bro. But it's also just a test of leadership, and we have to ultimately show people that there is repercussions. Otherwise, it's just never going to be feared.
This may open a can of worms, but I think it has to be done.
I think it will open a can of worms. It's just, if we cast him away, if I kick him, I'm gonna tell him, if you really want to be here like you say you do, then work your way back. But I also think there is a reality that we're not addressing, that I think Terry not being around and Terry leaving, or getting kicked, sorry, might prop that door a little bit open for a few other people also, depending on Terry's angle.
I'm gonna be honest. It'll be tough for us, but if that's all it takes for them to fuck off too, then I'll hold the door.
Yeah, you're right.
Are they here for us or are they here for Terry?
Yeah. Tez. Talk to me, Terry. What are you thinking?
Me?
Yeah.
I mean, I shouldn't have gone on your word, but bro, the guy's talking to my wife and shit, bro. Like, it was the heat of the moment, and I shot the guy.
I know that, and that is unfortunately the sad truth, and it's not easy to fucking have to enforce on you while you're in this scenario. I feel bad for you, I can't lie. And I don't know how to feel for Kyle either. Like, that's a whole different kind of worms. But it is ultimately, as sad as it is, there's only really one option for me here, bro. I genuinely believed you so heavy at the jetty, and I still want to believe it. And I want you to just, bro, I don't think you realize we know you're an asset to this group. We love having you here. We want you to be in this gang, bro. And 9 times out of 10, it's been calm since the shooting thing. But being a hang-around, you should know that you're on thin ice when it comes to shit like that. Because if you slip, there's only thing underneath where you are is the bottom. You had the leeway of being a member and getting to hang around. But you don't have that now. And you still let that emotion and that anger that you told me you wanted to keep a fucking check on get the better of you.
I did, but when it involves my wife, it goes out the window.
I know, bro, and I feel for you for that, but it doesn't matter the scenario when it's on our side of the fence. I know it does for you, but it doesn't for us. Look, Terry, I got mad love for you. You tell me and you tell Steve you want to be here and this is where you want to be, and I want to believe that. But if that is truly the case that you want to be here, then you're going to have to show that to me and Steve by working back into the group. Because from now on, you're not going to be a member of the Manor.
And that's your final decision.
Yeah. And just know I never wanted to do this. But when I'm put in a situation like that, and you plain Jane just don't listen on a super simple order, I have to lead by example. And if I just turn an eye to it because of the situation you're in and I don't do this, then there's already people in this group that move on a cheeky one. They're never ever going to respect leadership, and they're never ever going to see that there's repercussions. I can't control what you're going to go do now. I can't control where you're going to go and what your path's going to look like. I want you here. I want you to put in the graft and show that you still want to be here and that this is the group you want to be in. But as of right now, that path is a little longer than it was when you was a hang around. The ball's in your court, bro.
Alright. That's what you want then.
Not what I want. Don't get that twisted. But it's what I gotta do. What I want is you here, but listening and respecting the leadership, bro. That's where it's at.
Alright. Gotcha.